Mm-hmm. I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel is allowed. Oh, I mean, he's out. Yeah, if he ever comes back, I'll tell him. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Sure. Bye-bye. Good morning. The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. Let me know when you want your messages.
Yeah.
Gee, you're lively. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Sort of.
Mm-hmm. I told you it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw up your karma.
I'm sure that's it. Maybe I should write a horror novel on passive resistance instead.
So don't sleep. It's your body. Anyway, your handheld tape recorder came today.
Really? Great.
I can't wait to see what human rights you violate with this one.
I can't wait to violate them. For example, if you would just let me...
And I located some local voodoo references for you. Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps, like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. Well, if you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Gabriel doesn't need the ashtray. Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints. Grace keeps her art supplies here. 3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky, offbeat kind of guy Daddy was. Don't mind if I do.
Do what?
Oh, nothing.
Gabriel cannot see a way to use that. Wishful thinking. Why move that?
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
I'm going to take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a little scruffy.
Just trying to make you feel at home. Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
No problem.
There's nothing written on them. The magnifying glass is an expensive one with an inlaid jade handle, an heirloom from Gabriel's grandfather. This is the last page of inventory. That doesn't... Times-Picayune, dated June 18, 1993. The front page has an article about the voodoo murders. The article says that the victims are all identified as members of the underworld. The general public of New Orleans is in no danger. Police claim the so-called voodoo trappings found at the crime scenes are fake. a scare tactic, and that the murders are not associated with any genuine practitioners. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
The magnifying
Move that wall of ice. Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Well, I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Yeah, right, Knight.
I mean it.
What do you want to know?
What do you do after work?
Well, I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You know, you can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me. How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Awesome.
Okie dokie. There's more when you want 'em.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Do you have more messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great, and we had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry. I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
But she said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay. Do you have more messages for me?
Here's a strange one. You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter? He said he was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent, maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany. Like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
It's certainly light enough, but rather useless, as Gabriel well knows. Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints. Gabriel doesn't need it. Dramatic, isn't it? Gabriel didn't eat for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat. He has a thing for black leather. Grace's coat is a simple but classic trench coat. Gabriel hates people with good taste. The books on the table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies. In other words, St. George books could use some serious renovation, but it's a bit warm in here. Gabriel cannot take...
I'm going out.
See ya.
A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon house. An unhappy-looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone. A young woman is enjoying drinks with her boyfriend. It's a Boston Napoleon. How apropos.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry. What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for.
This isn't.
You bastard! You're a sore loser, Sam.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my son?
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it. Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance. Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game.
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
That tabletop has an inlaid chessboard.
Gabriel, I'm so glad you stopped by.
Sorry it's been a while, Grandma.
Not at all. Give us a kiss. Now come and sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
That's my gran. How you been, Gran?
Just fine, dear. I'm sorry I bothered you at work, but I was hoping you'd get a chance to go through your father's things in the attic.
Don't be silly. You can call me anytime. Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster movies and all that other weird stuff. You get that from your father and granddad. I don't know anything about it, dear. Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time, but you don't hear about it so much these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Oh, surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
Oh, come on, Gran.
All right, dear. What do you want to hear?
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him, so I'm afraid I spoiled him rotten.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, dear.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a pod.
You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
On the wall are portraits of Gran and Gramps. On the wall are portraits of Gran and Gramps when they were young. Gabriel's inherited some good-looking genes.
I'm going to go up to the attic, Gran.
Be careful of the dust.
It's a lady's hat from the 1920s.
From Gran's Virginia Woolf period.
An elaborate mechanical clock, probably a... Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock. The hands do not appear to have any mechanical function other than to move. Nothing happens. Gabriel can't operate the clock that... A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun. Why move that? Nothing happens.
There's nothing I want in there. I think I'd take Daddy's sketchbook with me.
Gabriel looks fond. Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious. Images haunt the image. Gabriel can see that Handsome, isn't he? The old velvet curtains hung in the parlor before Gran lightened up the place. Gabriel's not quite up to a real... Granny's knitting. She whips through that... Gabriel... Steal Granny's knitting?
That's it. Take a load off, hon.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
I believe that was your father's, Gabriel. You keep it.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Gabriel can see that just...
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
That doesn't work. Mostly pictures of Gabriel, mostly the wood in the bin is sudden. Mostly pictures.
I'm doing the best I can. Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
Hi. Look around all you want.
Okay, thanks.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum. She looks thrilled to be here.
Could I ask you a few questions?
I wouldn't be much help. You should talk to Dr. John, the owner. He'll be back tomorrow.
I see. Thank you. So, how's the museum business?
I don't know. I don't normally work here. Don't go near that snake. It's not a pet.
Really? And it look...
A very large, very formal... Moving that would...
They might not like it if I...
On the table is a small coffin. So small it...
Charming. I'm close enough to using a coffin as it is.
There is not... Gabriel can't do a thing.
I'll be gone now, thanks.
So long.
Hi. Uh-huh.
It's a mannequin. The proprietor doesn't look especially friendly.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want. I'll answer what I want.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Cabriz Sancour.
What did you say?
Nothing. Those killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
What did you mean when you said Cabriz Sancour?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
Tell me about your... How did you get into this kind of business?
Why should I discuss my business with you, man?
Tell me about... How did you get...
Why should